Hello, next my fifth video. I should say that in a medical history, right, we are already over with the till the second body paragraph, and second body paragraph start with the social history. If it is related, okay, only if the word count is less, or if it is related to the health problem of patient at the present, then you can mention those social history. No need to mention in case if it is not relevant or if the word count is more. Okay, and second thing is when you are writing the social history, sometimes social worker, if you need to write the letter, or sometimes school nurse, if you are writing to the letter from the school nurse, then I think we have to write first thing about the social history. Present medical, instead of that you should write the social history first. That I will come with that letter writing in the future videos anyway. And now today I'm going to deal with the medical history, which I have left in my previous video, right? So socially we are over, and here since for in also is over. Now I'm going to deal with the has been, was diagnosed, has had. These are very important in the letter writing when you are writing the medical history, past medical history. Okay, and how you can, these are same, okay, but just you need to know when you can write. And when you are writing was diagnosed, you should write in. When you are writing has been, means it's still present, you can write since. Otherwise these two things you can mention in you can mention one in your letter writing. It doesn't matter at all, it doesn't change. If there is mentioned DM 2010, you can choose any form of letter writing this sentence, and you can note it in your letter. And these are different, okay, this and this also is similar, okay. And wait, and this also is similar, okay. Medically, Mr. X has had means still it's present. But most of the times in the OET letter writing, when there is a diabetic, hypertension, osteoporosis, cholesterol, these are the long-term illness. So when we are getting such condition from the patient as a past medical history, we better to start the sentence in medically Mr. X has had DM since 2010, or Mr. X has had diabetic, hypertension and cholesterol since 2010 dash respectively. That I will teach anyway in the further later. And this has had means it is still present now, and has been diagnosed means it is still present, okay. And was diagnosed means it is present or not, but it was diagnosed. Diagnosis is different, but has been diagnosed with it means it is now still present in the condition, but it is just mentioning about he was diagnosed. But we are not talking about we are not focusing more on the present or not, okay. So way of writing, there are three things, but why I'm not mentioning you to write these all things is because these two things, because we are writing again in the present medical history. Present medical, we have to write he was diagnosed when he was diagnosed with this condition. Again you are writing past medical, he was diagnosed. It is a repetition, right? So in order to avoid that, or to make the letter writing more impressive, I advise you to take these things as a past medical history case, okay. Past medical statement, I like to recommend you to choose that one. Medically, Mr. X has had diabetic since 2010, or you can choose any of the thing as well, okay. It's your choice. And in otherwise, medically is already written in the social history. Socially means you have to choose this one. In the context of Mr. Tyler medical history, Mr. X was diagnosed with diabetic in 2010. And in the context of Mr. Tyler, medical history. Mr. X has, again same thing, okay, you can mention, just the front one is changed, otherwise it's same. And since in means is already past, was diagnosed, you should write, you should not write has been diagnosed with diabetic in. It is totally wrong, okay, the grammar is totally wrong. I told you in means action is over, diagnosis is done, but here has been diagnosed means he was diagnosed, but we are talking about his condition is still present, that is mentioned about this statement, okay. And we have to write since for the 2000, since 2010 means till now also he is having that problem. Has had means we are writing has had means he still has this problem at the present since 2010, okay. This is a way to write later past medical history and social history. And see, expand diabetic mellitus. Please expand the diabetic mellitus. Most of the student in the letter writing, if it is mentioned DM, please don't follow that one. They are just seeing your leniency on the letter writing. Just expand that letter, expand that word, and then has had means started in the past and still present, okay. I'm just explaining you. And use the capital letter, use some of the letter, capital letter is in the letter writing, two things, disease condition, the person name. If the disease condition is a person name, the capital letter should be present. Likewise, for example, I mean, okay, Alzheimer's disease or Parkinson disease. In this way, we have to write the capital letter. Otherwise, all the disease condition, whatever disease condition is there, without the person name, diabetic mellitus, hypertension, whatever it is, how much it is complex, then you need to write in the small letters until unless it is a Alzheimer's disease or Parkinson disease, which start with the person name. I have explained here as well. If you are not clear with my explanation, please go through this. And now next is a problem, hypertension. In medical social history also we have written, right, drinking, smoking, hobbies, right. Same like that in past medical history, what are the most concerned things are whether he is having a hypertension, whether he is having a any other health illness that I have mentioned here. That's why I'm giving you the samples so that you can just write and take and make the practice as a your habitual, and so in exam you can write without any hesitation. So hypertension dash 1993 is written in the case note. You can write, choose any of the statement here. Medically, Mr. X was diagnosed same like the above one, right, was diagnosed with a hypertension in 1993 or has been diagnosed now, still present means, but be careful, some of the disease condition which is already diagnosed but he is recovered means, then you need to mention this only, okay, this sentence only, not other than that, okay. This, if it is the diagnosed and then he has no problem now means, then you can just write he, especially asthma, okay. Medically, Mr. X was diagnosed with asthma in 1993 means he is not having a problem now, we are mentioning, okay. Then he got the treatment and he is recovered, you can mention, because it is somehow he may have a COPD, but we can't predict whether it's correlated to that condition or not, so therefore we have to write this one. But if it is confirmed hypertension still is present, mean you can choose the remaining three as well for your letter writing. You can choose any, okay. I'm not saying write all. Some of the beginners, you may get the wrong idea from my explanation that I'm telling to choose all. I'm not telling, but this is the way to write the letter writing. If you have plenty of ideas, you will get the more chance to write in a better way, right. So this is a, but you need to know when you should write. Has been means at the present he still has a problem. Has had hypertension is same, okay. But this is a way of writing and just upgrading your style of letter writing. So in a context, I'm not going to read again detail because you can just go through here. You can clearly see, pause your video and just read through. You will get the idea for sure. In case for the past 5 years you are getting such letter writing case note, then you need to put 0 in front of the 5 and 4. I told you 4 means 4 is already past for the past 5 years he has had, okay. This is yeah, medically for the past means he's still having that problem, okay, for the past 5 years. So he has had hypertension. You can write in the any beginning which medically or in a context. You can for the past 5 years mean he's still having that problem, then you can write has had. In case the years is mentioned, you can write in that way, or if the date of the year is only mentioned means you can write in that way. Just you need to put the for and since in is a different, okay. Years, 5 years means 4 should be kept in your letter writing, whereas in 1993 is a year. If the year is mentioned, not how many years, if the when was the diagnosis done means, then you can write in, since, or since, okay. This you can write. And then next, more than 2 condition. If he is having a diabetic as well as a BP or many more, then you can write Mr. X was diagnosed with a hypertension in 2010 and type 2 diabetic mellitus in 2011 respectively, okay. Comma is here, respectively, or wait, there is no comma, okay. And then this one, okay, you can write in that way. Front you have already learned, I guess. So medically Mr. X was diagnosed with a hypertension in 2010, and this comma is not needed, I guess, okay. Diagnosed in 2010 and 2011, and type 2 diabetic mellitus in type 2 diabetic mellitus in 2011. Not this one, not, sorry, okay, not this one. I think I got out with another one explanation. So there is no comma in this one, whereas, and anyway, we have mentioned with the type 2 diabetic mellitus 2011. So with the year and the disease is together, right? Sometimes we do write year separately and disease all are together. In that case, respectively is there means you need to put the comma, okay. But now no need to put the comma. I will show you anyway. You can write 2 disease condition is there means, then you can mention X was diagnosed with a hypertension in 2010 and type 2 diabetic mellitus in 2011, okay. That I miss. Okay. Now type 2, some students are saying type 2 do we need to put the diabetic mellitus 0 or not? No need to, just put the Roman number here, then there is nothing to worry at all, okay. Anyway, and now more than 2 means how you should write. In that case, you need to put the comma in front of the year, okay, in front of the year, respectively. Before that you need to put the comma, okay. Otherwise you can write, see, like this directly, okay. Otherwise you can write, I told you, right, if you are writing directly Mr. X was diagnosed with a hypertension, type 2 diabetic mellitus, osteoporosis since 2010 and 2011 means you can put the comma. If 2 only disease is there means, if 2 disease, okay, 2 disease is there means like this means no need to put the comma in front. But whereas if you're here like this 3 disease condition, even the respective years are together with the disease means still you need to put the comma in front of respectively, okay. Just go with that, go with my samples anyway. I have mentioned here respectively. Before that, if there is a 3 disease, you can mention was diagnosed or has been, if the problem is still there, has been diagnosed with hypertension, type 2 diabetic mellitus and osteoporosis since 2010 and 2011 respectively, okay. And now next we have a discharge plan, which I will explain in my further videos. Till then, I think it's very important, and please try to follow my explanation. I know sometimes I may have missed the very important portion from my explanation. Try to look into my slide, and I'm sure you will get the remaining idea, because in my note, whenever I was writing this note, I was totally into the explanation, same as now, because I wrote in a very simpler way. So when I'm making a video, I feel like I may miss, so therefore I put all the necessary things where no need to get more explanation. So till then, I will catch you in next video. And some of the students are asking the PDF. Actually, I highly recommend not to take the PDF. After the explanation, whatever things you are getting from this letter writing, you should take in the notes. Why I'm saying is that if you take the PDF only, what things you may get the wrong information, and you may end up with the wrong style, and in the future you may get the person saying that this is a wrong way of doing. Then you may feel like Dolma was teaching the wrong thing, but I was not teaching the wrong thing. That was your wrong concept that you took from the PDF. While you are reading, you were taking in a wrong way. So therefore the explanation is compulsory in this letter writing. The format, if you want to learn, you need to get the explanation from the individual trainer. So that is my advice. Therefore, I'm not giving the students a PDF at the moment, and please try to understand me, and thank you so much. I will come next with the discharge plan, which is number 8, and then this is the discharge plan, and then we are almost getting over discharge plan. After that, I have a one letter writing which I kept here, and then conclusion number 9, and then signing off. Okay, and then our letter is over. Then I will show you the letter pattern. In an exam you will get like this kind of leaflet. Okay, I will just give you the link as well about the exam booklet, and try to take the Xerox, okay, of the booklet, and try to practice. I have seen many students not taking the booklet, and they are writing in their own book, which is a common book, so which is not advisable. Okay, if you are writing the letter writing in the common book, what things will happen is that in an exam the booklet is different, you don't know the which part. Some of the students, what they will do is, always the booklet there are two part, right, front and the not a back. Okay, front one only you should write the letter writing. Some of the students, they wrote the letter writing here, and they flipped the paper and they wrote in the back side, and they lose the mark. They didn't get the score. They are losing the marks with a 290 or 270 because they didn't know the pattern of the OET letter writing. So OET letter writing, you need to write the letter in the, there are 2 papers in the exam. Okay, and both the front, I will show you the pattern anyway in the upcoming videos. And then please try to take the Xerox and make the booklet. Is not expensive as well. It's around 40 or 50 rupees, around 60, it depends on the individual shops and all. Please try to buy that, do the Xerox, and try to practice in your coaching center, or if you are learning by yourself. In an exam you will not get hesitate, and you are used to it with that format, and you will get the required score. That is my wish. And so please, you can choose which one you want to practice. And regarding my advice, that is my opinion. So please try to, I'll give you the booklet, and you will also get in the this one website and all. So now conclusion, signing, that's all. And then we are over with the letter writing. So anyway, I have many more to explain as well after the letter writing. There are certain tips like which you should not be writing in the letter, and that also I will show you. And some of the connector also I will give you the tips in the coming videos. And thank you so much.